Hello and welcome to my new channel. I was always a fan of electric cars, and Tesla was the first one to make a good looking and fast EV. Unfortunately, it wasn't very affordable back in 2012 and still isn't for new cars. Since I love fixing things in cars as a hobby, I've decided to get a wrecked one from Copart and start my journey with the Tesla Model X, September 2016 production date. I've always been impressed with Model X, mostly for its falcon wing doors and also all the luxury things it has. There's not much videos here on YouTube about this model, so I'll try to document my progress with good details and hopefully someone will find it useful. As you saw already, this is how the car was listed. I like this particular one because it didn't have a lot of body damage and none of the airbags deployed. I didn't take any videos because I got too excited and started taking it apart, so pictures will have to do for now. Whenever you get a car from auction, always expect more damage than you can see. Quick look around when it arrived revealed a little more damage than I expected, but nothing that can be fixed. Bumper is just scratched and will be salvageable, but most of the bottom plastic pieces are broken or bent. Suspension was completely torn out, with only upper arm still intact. I was happy to find that shock tower was okay. Subframe is heavily damaged along with bumper support mounts, and the inner tie rod is ripped out as well. One unexpected thing here is brake line was snapped off. Rear lines appear okay, just slightly bent. I may attempt to flare the line and add a fitting instead of replacing, because it's gonna be a pain since these lines run behind the front drive unit. Later I noticed that those rear lines actually popped off the clips that run along the body between main battery and bottom frame. Some remains of the suspensions were in the car and in the trunk. The only parts that survive appear to be brake rotor and caliper. Not sure exactly what happened, but it looks like the car hit either the curb or ran off-road into some rocks. There's small rocks lodged everywhere. Another unexpected thing is one single crack in the windshield. This I did not expect at all and didn't see in pictures. It's possible it was cracked during the transport, but I will never know. Moving to the back, looks like rear wheel hit something as well, but doesn't look bent. Tire is blown, however, and some heavy curb rash on the rim. I was happy to find that only one upper arm was bent, and that's why the wheel looked misaligned. All the wheels on this car have heavy curb rash, so someone wasn't a very good driver. And of course the main question always is if the high voltage battery is okay. Underneath it looks okay, not damaged, just a few dents and scratches here and there. So more on it later. After taking things off, I found a bit more damage. Radiator fan and shroud were both cracked. Impact push radiator condenser combo to the back a bit and cracked the rear support bar. Coolant was low and I found a couple of leaks, but those might have been from age and not the accident. Much later, I discovered another big hidden damage. Right rear front drive unit mount is cracked. This brings us to power on and drive. Car came completely dead with key still inside and doors closed. Pulling manual release cable in sequence cut the front open so I can access 12-volt battery. Jumped in and car came alive and door opened after pressing the button. Car showed 0 miles as expected. I already got my charger beforehand, so I plugged it in and the car started to charge, so good news. It stayed at 0 for a while, but funny thing is when I went to GPS and clicked on address it said -3 miles. Which means battery was lower than 0, but that is not shown on the normal battery display. As some of you may know, Tesla does have a buffer. When battery shows 0, rumor has it still has about 4% of charge or something like that. So Tesla designed these cars pretty good. Judging by Windows sticker, car sat for at least 3 months. Not sure when it went to 0, but battery appears okay. So these batteries can sit dead for a long time and still come back to life when you plug in and charge. Another hurdle is when I push the brake, the car asks for PIN, which of course I don't have, and I can't test the car if it's going to go into drive. This of course can be reset through Tesla account. Quick note here is that it appears there's no lockout for how many attempts you can try, so worst case I can keep trying till I guess it. That is all for now, so stay tuned for more videos about this repair.